Okay, so this is the template going on, okay? Now the template's been folded up and it's been sent to the factory, so I will be correcting it a bit more when the system goes on, so don't be too worried about what I'm going to be doing, but I'm just getting it in the right place, okay? Now how we work this is that most people, and somebody told me once, that it's called a forehead because you have 4 fingers between your eyes and where your hairline should be. Okay?
Yeah.
Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I love it. Okay? So technically, what we always work is we work with about a 4-finger rule. Right?
Yeah.
So it should sit, your hairline should sit about there, and for me, I think that looks alright on you.
Yeah.
Okay? I was going to get you to do a little eyebrow test. Lift your eyebrows up for me. Excellent, and drop them again. Cool. It does cover any hairline that you've got, so it'll be giving you a nice new one as well. You're also going to have a little bit of natural recession in there, which is very important. I think if you had a very solid square hairline, we'd be looking a little bit weird. Alright. Does that feel alright?
Feels fine.
This is just the tram line going in, okay?
Okay.
So size of your hair, how short do you fancy?
Oh, what do I usually get? Like, I usually get like a fade.
Yeah?
0.5 into a 1.
Okay.
Usually. But
Yeah?
if you think shorter or longer, what do you reckon?
I would be cautious of a really tight fade for your first ever fitting.
Right,
Okay? Just because what I don't want is I don't want you to go away and feel like it feels top heavy because you've got such minimum hair here and then a lot more hair than you're used to up there.
Yeah.
So let's go cautious. Let's go sort of quite a low fade with a 1, going up into a 2, okay? Again, it's your hair, it's going to grow, we can take it as short as we like.
Exactly.
But I just want you to feel much more comfortable with the outcome today, with not looking like it's top heavy. And that's actually a style that is massively in.
Yeah.
Everybody wants these really disconnected top heavy hairstyles. But I worry that if you've got a system on for the first time, I don't want anyone to go, oh yeah, it looks really top heavy, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, what you'll notice as well is that I've cut your hair and I've given you these really weird, strange, longer pieces through this section, okay? These are the areas that the system's going to connect to, okay? And I know that you're having a bit of a disconnected style, and by disconnected, you know, it's going to be quite long on top and quite short on the bottom.
Yeah.
But we always leave a little bit of an area around these bits so that the system blends into the natural hair. So if you were to go to a barber or anything like that and not come to us for a haircut, you get them to just cut your hair, not the system, and ideally not quite as close to the top so that we've got enough room to change styles, blend or whatever.
Okay, cool.
Alright?
Yeah.
Now, we're all good. We've done your haircut. Okay, we've put the template in. And I'm going to adjust that when the system goes on because it stretches a lot more. Okay?
Right, okay, yeah.
We are now at the point that I'm going to shave off the middle of your hair. Alright?
Yeah.
How are you feeling, alright?
Fine.
Yeah, cool. So we're just going to go for it.
Yeah.
Love that. When your mum comes back in, she might have a bit of a shock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and pick it off now, okay?
Yep.
Then I'll be putting the mud mask on your hair as I said to you earlier, which will just draw the oils out of your scalp. The mud mask sits on your hair for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Alright? At that time I'm going to go out and get the system ready, so you've got a bit of excess lace that I need to take off the system.
Okay.
Then I'll exfoliate the mud mask off, which means that at the same time as doing the mud mask job, we take off any dead skin or dry skin off your hair as well. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of measuring up now. I'm going to be faffing about, taking it on and off for a second, just getting it into the right place.
Okay.
Okay, so remember what I said about the forefingers?
Yeah.
I think about there looks good. Yeah? Perfect. Alright, now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put that product on called Scalp Protector. So do you remember I said it helps against the oils and all the sweat?
Yeah.
Okay, so while that's just setting, I'm going to go and get your glue. Okay, I'm going to mark it on what we've used today. I'm going to use something called Ghost Bond. Okay, and it's Ghost Bond Supreme. The reason I'm going to do that is because Ghost Bond is like the family, and Supreme in their manufacturer's instructions or guidelines is the most hardcore of their Ghost Bonds.
Okay.
So I just think it's a really, really good one to start you with. Can't see you having any problems at all.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get on absolutely fine, rather than faff around trying to find one for you.
Yeah.
Alright? But like I said to you, if for any reason you did not get on well with that, we've got 1, 2, off the top of my head, another 7 or so that we could work towards.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm using a paintbrush. We do use paintbrushes here. We stumbled across these on eBay. They're a really, really good one because they're quite durable.
Yeah.
But we literally dilute them straight away in a solvent to stop it congealing onto them.
Okay.
So if you do go down the paintbrush avenue, clean it straight afterwards.
What do you clean it with?
So we use one of the solvents that we have here that we use for regrooms that dissolves the glue. You could basically use your lace release. Okay, which is one of your 4 products. Remember the lace release gets it off?
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, so if you're very, very hot when you put your glue on,
Yeah.
it will look like it goes clear, okay? And when you do your front touch-up, yeah, and you put your system back down,
Yeah.
because your body temperature is hot, it will go white very, very quickly,
Right,
okay?
okay.
And it won't go back clear.
Yeah.
So do keep yourself very cool with this, all right?
Okay.
So you're very lucky because we're not in the height of summer. So the first time that you're going to be doing this in the next week or so, just sit near an open window and you'll be fine,
Okay.
all right? If you were to be doing this in the middle of summer and it was your first ever time and you were a bit worked up and you weren't cool enough, you would see it goes white, and there's nothing you can do about that other than start the process again.
Right,
All right.
okay.
So that's why I always put the air conditioning on, even in the winter, just because it gives us a little bit of grace, and just in case you get a bit too hot. I'm a real hot person, so I always feel hot.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
But you can see, pretty much already gone clear.
Clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the Supreme has got a little bit of a dark tinge to it, so just keep looking, okay?
Right.
And as soon as you are comfortable with it gone clear, then you add your second layer on.
Okay.
All right. Now we do work with 2 layers. Go with that. If we ever need to change that, we can discuss that with you. All right. But it's looking good. Okay. And your whole scalp is really, really nice and even. Sometimes you've got lots of indents and things like that, and that can be annoying because the glue doesn't quite dry at the same consistency, but that's all perfect. And that has gone clear very quickly. All right, so I'm happy with that.
Lovely.
All right? Okay, so, gonna get the system on. Okay, once the system's on your head, I'm gonna press down really, really hard with a towel to completely seal the bond. All right? When I do that, it will feel very, very tight and very, very obvious that there's something on your head.
Right, okay.
As soon as I take the towel off, that feeling should go. By the end of today, or certainly hopefully by the end of the time you leave this room, you will feel like there's nothing on your head, and I guarantee that.
Okay.
But when I first had my system put on and the towel went on, no one told me that, and I literally was like, are you having a laugh?
Freaking out.
Because it felt so tight. Also, when you start to wear a system and you start to need a regroom, that tight feeling goes, okay? So when it goes back on, that tight feeling becomes quite a pleasurable, fresh feeling.
Yeah.
Very under pressure. I've got like 4 cameras on me. That is good. Alright.
Yeah.
So also, you'll see in the information pack that you get, any fresh glue that goes on your head, you need 24 hours until you completely saturate it with water. So we've had the discussion about when you're washing your hair, and you're not going to be washing it much more than once a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't need to worry about that. But you'll see when I spray your hair today to cut it, I'll be very much spraying your hair and trying not to get it all the way straight down onto the scalp.
Right.
Because I want the scalp area where the glue is to stay dry for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Alright, so no big hair like spraying it with water in the morning, just spray the hair. Wouldn't go to the gym if you were to go to the gym straight after a fit-in, and of course that also goes for when you do your front touch-up because it's fresh glue.
What's the deal with like heat on these?
Good question. So if you remember we saying about the leave-in conditioner because it combats the dryness of the hair system.
Yeah.
The more you add heat like straightening irons, curling tongs and things like that, again you're just going to be drying the hair system out much more.
Yeah.
So the idea is go minimal. Okay, I definitely wouldn't. I mean, it's real hair, so I don't want you to feel like you're restricted. You can, in effect, do whatever you want. But my tip is, I wouldn't be using things like straightening irons or anything like that on there, because it will just, with anybody, if they had a hair system or not, too much use of straightening irons, too much of use of heat, just make us the hair.
Yeah, exactly. No.
And you've waited a long time for this.
Yeah.
And you've wanted it really, really badly, and been without it. So you don't really want to knacker it, do you?
No. No chance. Good.
Even not dry,
I
right?
Mm. Yeah, so that's exactly it. You've got the flat hair at the moment, and I've just run the leave-in conditioner through it. I haven't blow dried it or anything.
Literally.
So I'm not going to fiddle around with it too much because it's new. But yes, if you wanted to wear your hair flat, you could have it cut a little bit shorter anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. By default, I've just brought it over to that side. So imagine that dry, maybe with a bit more texture, maybe with a bit of product through it. You know, that's alright, isn't it? So you've got two looks like that.
Yeah.
That is what I wanted, but like, I could have it flat or thingy.
Yeah,
That.
yeah, and it will look even better than this when it's dry and flat.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
a
exactly.
really, really good thing. So we're going to give you the slightly more quiff look though, because that's what you asked for, yeah?
Yeah.
And I think it's good when you have your hair done, it's looking on point to have something a bit nice. No, I think I said to you earlier, I can't remember, but the hair systems can be, when they first go on, they kick out a bit of volume, okay? And they love a hair dryer as well.
Yeah.
So what you might feel today, if anything, feels like there's a lot of it there and it's quite volumized.
Yeah.
Go with it, because that's good, you haven't had that before.
Yeah, exactly.
And it will settle down.
Yeah.
Okay, certainly by the first time or after the first time you wash it. And they have a bit of memory as well, so they kind of start to want to do what you've normally done with them, so it's not so much of a battle either.
Yeah. so good. So what's that product?
So this is a paste. If we go with the word paste, yeah. So remember I said to you, paste rather than wax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, serums, things like that your mum will know all about.
Yeah.
Tend not to be quite as, they don't give as much hold, but they're really, really good for our hair system.
Right, okay.
But if you started using a serum all the time, you'll probably start wanting to put some hairspray onto it.
Yeah.
So, light product, light paste, light wax, very, very light wax, light hairsprays.
Cool.
Just remember light.
Yeah. Just had my hair done at Hair For All. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much to Stuart and Phil for just everything. I'm over the moon with it.
Wow!